So I'm recording these in chunks, so they can be top and tailed later on. I really hope I haven't lost count. I think this is episode 4. Yes, yes, this will be episode 4. So we are 3 hours in. I haven't done any building since the last video. I've just let the game run for a bit. So everything is backed up, which is quite an important way of playing the game. As I've mentioned before, this is not a game like Factorio, where it's all about ratios. This is a game about having everything hopefully asleep. Machines that are asleep do not use any power. So your goal is to have too much generation, too much storage, too much logistics, and everything to work at 10% of its capacity. And that means that you are ready to expand and progress. Factorio, it's a bit like Shapes.io. I didn't like having to work out I need 3 of these and 2 of those, and that then puts this into my inventory. This way, I just want to build more. As a famous man once said, if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. And that is my always been my approach to this game and honestly every other game, to be honest. Research assembler, what do you want? Basic PCBs. I only want 1. And I will want Lithium. But well, they'll have to wait on those. So I did actually set this up quite nicely. So the room will be in here. This will be the extent of my research room. I've had a lot of comments on rooms. The problem with rooms is they came in quite late during FortressCraft's development, so I couldn't force people into using them, because that would mean that all existing bases would break, and understandably people would not have been happy with that. But what we'll do is we will go into our room. So I'm sort of building the skeleton of the room. My conveyor belts. You'll notice I use the search facility a lot. I don't even try and remember what category something's in. I just go in, hit search, done. Conveyor belts. Right. Cannot have too many conveyor belts. Oh, double overmind. Yeah, that is it's a very old bug. Okay. I should probably build a lift, shouldn't I? Like the personnel lift, if you prefer. So that will become a logistics grommet. I don't think they're auto-craftable, are they? Might be. No, they're not. Anyway, that will become a logistics grommet. And then I will... I think that's going to be like grommet, so that means you need to come across straight, and then I think that is correct. Again, I will tidy these up once it works. Still surprising how many people don't spread their base out. As I said, it's become a running joke now, and people still don't do it. So, research assembler, what do you need? So it needs plates and PCBs. 6 plates, 2 PCBs. So I will need a... I'm on it, game. Don't you worry. So I want a mini hopper. And you'll definitely need power, but we'll belt coal in. Now, I could pull coal from that one, but what I'm going to be doing is infusing the coal for more power. But first of all, I do need a mini hopper, which requires tin bars. Yeah, I still don't have a good solution for how to improve this for FortressCraft Phoenix. It's just a fundamental problem with having resources that don't require machines, making machines that you do want later on, or I need an alternative way of crafting those. So I need to think about that one. But because it's can't make it, because it's bugged me for the last time, what I will do is I'll pop down a logistics hopper there that will just have tin bars in it. Did I make the mini hopper? No. This is kind of our skeleton of our room, which will become fleshed out as time goes on. I may have to dig a special hole through the coal to make the room machine understand how the room works. So you will want that for plates. To be honest, I'll probably just get rid of that one. Part of the reason for rooms is you can use them to abstract how you do your base. So once this is working, I will never need to worry about this ever again. This will, quote unquote, just work. And it means I have a room where stuff goes in and research comes out. I don't need to worry about it. I don't think about it. That's just fundamentally how it works. And it means that you can, when your base gets very big, it becomes extremely difficult to worry about your whole base. Bases do get very, very big in this. So you have to abstract bits of it away and just, know that that bit works, and you don't necessarily remember how it works. You don't necessarily remember anything about it other than it works. Don't think about it. So that's quite important. Did I give myself any more logistics hoppers? No. Oh, well, I use a big hopper then. These are a pain, these machines, because now I need to route power in, and because it's just one of your first sort of logistics challenges, really, because this machine requires 2 in, 1 out. And I've seen people use a 3 in 1. I don't actually do that. I don't remember if this offloads to a conveyor. I guess we'll find out. There's no way I can get the power to where I want it with this. Oh, not with this many lasers. I'm going to need at least 1 more. That's okay. We're nearly there. Pop on another 50 lithium bars to... Oh, hello. Remove only, you're full. Oh, I forgot to power that one. Should probably do that. Let's get some... Why can't we make the copper wire and lightweight machine housing? Wow, did I burn through 100 copper wire? Because I didn't grab it off that long ago. Okay, we have lots of power equipment now. Again, we'll run that one through an energy grommet. Grommet's a real word. I know you all know it from Wallace and Grommet, but it's a real thing, and I do use it correctly in this game's terminology. But it is amusing, given that it's mostly as in Wallace and... Okay, cool. So you've got power. I think you are hopper out, so that will need to change. And I need to also run plates down to you. I'm not making any copper plates. So at least that should be easy then. Now, I'm a big fan in trying to spread out your machinery as much as you can. There's a lot of room in the world. There's a lot of room in the world. So you're never, ever, ever going to regret spreading your base out. You might regret making your base too small, as I almost invariably do. Stamper plots. The same thing, that requires tin bars, which does become a bit of a pain as time goes on. Ah, didn't get too slow. Wait for some more tin bars. Stamper, one more tin bar. Okay. Same thing, those require very easy early game resources that eventually become really, really awkward late game resources. And I don't necessarily have a good solution for that. There's no chance I'd be able to have a late game recipe that's equally as efficient, and you know, people, they get obsessed with efficiency over all else, even when other things aren't necessarily quite so important. More outer conveyors. And the next attack is in 10 minutes. Still don't know what the conveyor crafter needs. Quite amused at that. I'm assuming that bug is still going to be present in Phoenix, because I haven't changed a lot of things. Unless I spot it's wrong, I don't change it. I haven't got to the point in Phoenix where I've been automating crafting of conveyors yet. Right, cool. That should work. This will probably need to back stuff. 98 free slots. Oh, okay. Are we not... Can't do that. So that should be working. I have 98 copper bars. It works. It's not ideal, but it does work. Just gonna have to let it. Oh, I have a bigger storage hopper. Let's use that. Add only. There we go. So that's now in. So that will now do all of its thing. That's all moving along. It will go into what will become a room when I have the paste. You're full, looking to drop off pod, and yeah. Oh, I'll pop it in that. Oh, no, not that. In that. Add only. Awesome. Almost beginning to look like a base now. Just beginning. Right, now what to... Oh yeah, laboratory. So I need 27... I need... no, so I need 9 of those. That's each layer. So I need 27. So I need 3. So I need 15 experimental pods. So we're just going to leave that go for the minute. I'm at the point now, the interesting point, where I am literally waiting. I'm waiting for the copper research to do its thing. Now I could set up the tin research, or I could go exploring. I'm going to go exploring. I have power to get down to the lithium as well, so we should finish that off. Yeah, but there's always something to do. I mean, there is always something to do. That is the game. If ever you find yourself saying, there's nothing I can do, always, you should be waiting on your machines. Oh, yes, I remember. To get rid of these 2 blocks of coal. We're too deep to use a PTG, I think, but I'm going to try anyway. Because you say can't function, do you mean can't function, or do you just mean function badly? Like, funny thing, it runs at like 1/10 or something. I mean, I'll tell you what I'll do. Whilst that battery fills up with power again from the laser, which sadly will take about 100 seconds, we'll carry on. Oh, no, there's more. Watered by coal. I'll tell you what I can do to make this happen quicker. And again, this will probably end up being my main conduit down anyway. At least for a while until I build a proper superhighway. So replace that with a bigger one. Because these starting lasers will take about 100 seconds to charge that battery. 200 seconds. These ones will take 20. I don't know how many people are going to watch this. It's just basically it's one of those that I can link people out there. I wish I had time to split it into chapters and do all that stuff, but sadly, one-man operation means that I am tasked with doing everything. Sadly, my time is quite precious because I'd love to have that. Quite a few people have said, "Oh, it's good to have some tutorials up." So bear in mind, I have streamed the game many times before. There are vast numbers of streams that I've done for previous patches. Every patch has been fully streamed beginning to end since, I don't remember, at least 10 patches, at least. I really wish I wish I had a media department that just say, what should we do? And I'm like, oh, go and do a video on how something. I did a video on robot arms. I think that was one of the earlier ones. I just did a tutorial on robot arms and how they work. I try and avoid tutorials where possible, and hopefully you guys watching me play, you realise I can't remember how so much of this game works. I really can't, so I'm just experimenting, I'm reading, I'm doing my best to play it, but I can't remember a lot of it, so I'm having to base it on what the game is telling me. There we go. Right, we'll come back there in a while because that's going to be a while to charge up. It's at least 20 seconds. I'm out of power as well. So, I mean, between us we can... Oh, and I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll put a whole bunch of batteries there, so when I come back down in a little while, there will be plenty of power for me to tap off. Don't let me forget that's there, because our lithium is out of storage. It has been for half an hour. That's awful. My goal is to get, I'm about 20 minutes in, we want to get the research going, even if it's initially hand-rolled, that's fine. What I usually do is I usually automate copper, and then I have a manual one. Oh, I really am out of power, aren't I? We want to come up here in the future, so... Oh, of course. What are you, tin? I was hoping I could go around this way. But yeah, I'm suffering from an abundance of massive veins. Not me personally, my veins are fine. I'm suffering from all of these massive veins everywhere. There we go. Coal attracted to motor. No infestation. Oh, good. Threat level 243. 512 machines. That's interesting. I wonder what counts as a machine. Like, because technically, as far as the engine is concerned, like crystals are machines and plants are machines and torches. Curious specifically what that is referring to. I can't remember when you get the Mark II build gun, I think that's all tier 2 resources. I don't tend to tech rush in this game, so I don't know if people have done analysis of which way is best, but probably tech rushing is a good idea. The machines you get later on are significantly better, but do require significantly more power. I kind of wish there was a early thing, a bit like the nano disintegrator, but slow, that would just dig out a block efficiently and turn it into rubble. My last dig. I tell you what, now we've got some copper, lithium even, coils. Shall we go? Well, again, our research is items are being slowly crafted. Let's go see if I can get a better suit battery, because that's concerning. That is a pain not having enough. Oh, so we're running out of power. The other reason I use batteries, it becomes quite obvious quite quickly, but that's the battery, that's the laser that was supplying the power to me when I was off. Oh, must forget to drop our crap off. I block there and build a. Let's put out something that doesn't look like that. Like, just to remind me that when I come up, I really want to be coming up like that through the machine. So it needs basic experimental pods. So I'm hoping they're crafting down here without me having to stick my nose in. Looks like plates are the limiting factor. We have got 10. Good. I'm nearly there. Blimey. So I'll make sure I have 15 of those before I go any further. Suit. See here, get distracted. Constantly get distracted. So let's not get distracted. Let me remind myself I wish to build a suit power pack by middle clicking. Adds a reminder in the top left there. Suit power pack. Actually, really, it's a shame that the game doesn't really understand about the reminder, because it'd be very, very cool to add it in and then, like No Man's Sky, telling you whether you've got the research, the stuff to make it. All right, copper wire and coils. Oh, did I build another turret? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Oh. Oh, good, that one can reach. Mostly, I don't worry about the attacks too much. I just build some turrets around and then soak up the resources. A little bit Oh, they're flying up and above. So that obviously hasn't been blown up yet. Once you can work out where they come from, you see, that's where you can put your defences. Suit power pack. Charged lithium coils. Suit power pack. Marvellous. Now I can store a lot more power. And also, I believe I can craft my... Where's it gone? Oh, do I have to... Is it self-crafted? Did I not research it? I swore I saw it earlier. What's it called? Upgrade? Oh, I saw the Arthur one. Is there not one for the suit? Okay, cool. All right then. Right, that puts my power up to 512. Could do some more batteries. Oh, coils.
Crafting.
Oh, I still haven't powered that one. I knew there's always something I've forgotten. That is the nature of this game. Put the power on the ground, really. But yeah, I mean, I mentioned this before. I don't worry too much about being attacked. Like, it happens. Not a lot you can do about it. It's going to happen. Kill as many as you can. Get as much loot as you can. Don't worry about it past that. That's its purpose. It's just... it's there to give you shiny, fancy resources. It's not there for you to win and go, haha, I have defeated the evil aliens. Remember, you're the bad guy in this game. Alright, where are you flying over from?
Your base is under attack.
And I've always tried to pitch this as a tower defense / survival game. Oh, great, I don't have a blimmin' laser. Of course not. So, more turrets is always better. I mean, that's just a fact. But well-positioned turrets here. So those, I mean, we probably won't get attacked from that direction again. What's the rule? If you lose an attack, then they attack from that direction again. If you win an attack, then they attack from a different direction. So you can defend one direction, not the group. You can defend in one direction, and then essentially they quote unquote evolve to beat you, but mostly they just come from a different direction. But yeah, those are well-placed lasers, so they should probably knock out the vast majority of what comes to attack from there. That also means, unlike all this stuff scattered around the base, because it was everywhere here, it means that there'll be a nice, obvious area for me to start putting down catchment objects. Because those resources that the mobs drop, do not ignore them. Right? Really, really, really super duper duper important. So lots of people do ignore them, but they are critical. I mean, people have also asked for a mode with no mobs, and I've had to say, like, they have to be in. There is a trivial mobs mode where they just die when you shoot them, pretty much. They can't have no mobs because they're part of the game. Again, refer back to Factorio. It's not like Factorio where the mobs are completely optional. They don't achieve anything. You can turn the mobs off and the game still works absolutely fine. Very, very different design philosophy to FortressCraft, where mobs, combat, tower defense is part of the game. Trivial mobs is the closest you get, and that pretty much just makes them super easy. And I mean super easy to fight. They have like 1/10 of the health. You barely need to do anything. Yeah, I'd like I'd like a cheap digging machine that can just do one block, like a nano disintegrator, but much cheaper. Well, Kitty's demanding attention because I'm talking, and it's not at her. I've tried to explain to her what streaming is. She doesn't really get it. Talking to the internet. They're the ones that like all the pictures of you. Yes, I take photos of you when you're asleep. What are you gonna do about it? Oh, she's staring at me. Wow, this is an annoying amount of coal. If I had an ore extractor, I might consider just popping down an ore extractor, because the ore extractor starts by weakening the block it's attached to. So you can use ore extractors to sort of do a bit of that. Okay, let's put down all of these. We want as much power here as we can. I'll be back.
Your base is under attack. Additional energy is required.
Oh, hello, Spiderbot. Have you been the whole game? I wasn't necessarily planning on utilising Spiderbot. He's pretty good. He does a surprising amount of damage. But I don't need it at this point. Gonna grab my coils. My experimental pot. Oh, I think there might be exactly 15 I've got. We'll see. Arthur, get to charging. Laboratory. 12. I need 3 more. So we're out of copper plates. Why are we at copper plates? That's asleep, that's asleep, that's asleep. So there's something about backstuffing. That's, if I grab something out of that, everything else is busy. I need to fill up on copper wire. Any copper? No, I don't have any. What are you doing, Spiderbot? What are you doing, man? However, I believe I can now... There will be some research available based on those. So that will be cool. Yeah, so FortressCraft, it's interesting because it kind of slows down as you play. Like, it starts off with, you have to do this, you have to do this, and now I can sort of sit back and go, oh, I'll just watch stuff happen, and I'll just enjoy being in my world and enjoy just dealing with the various bits and bobs. You've got a lens. Where's my main? Cool. And how much have we got here? 28,000. So I'm still barely using any coal. See, sometimes what I'll do there is I will let's craft us a storage, logistics hopper. What I'll do is I will pop that in line there. I think I have a PTG lying around, so I can pop a PTG on that, and then that can then provide power like that. So now that is tapped off the base, and then it is supplemented by that. It doesn't need it necessarily, but there's not, say, having you've got 2 main options of running your power around the base, at least early game, and one of them is to have lots and lots and lots of lasers, and one of them is to have just one long coal line, and then that coal line provides everything. Now I usually go with the coal line option, because what you can do then is you enrich the first set of coal, and then all of the other coal then improves just inherently. So I will run a coal enricher into the beginning of this conveyor belt, and then all of this coal will become a better grade of coal. Right now, I don't need it. I'm not struggling on power at all. Struggling on copper a little bit. Don't think I've unlocked any more of these things. Organic lens. Oh, I don't have to research. Pretty sure the next thing of mining requires me to have laboratory. It's not. I think the copper is as fast as it can be. Assuming it has enough power. It does. Oh, there's a orbital impact. Not currently worried about that because I can't research the the thingamajiggies. How much coal is there left? Oh, lots and lots. Yeah, I mean it is doing 32 ore a minute. I can't complain too much really. But I need. Oh, actually, this is just about to stop. That's blocked. That's blocked. Yeah. I'll give it a few moments while I just have a sip of my drink. And then I get stared at by the cat. Hello, Dorowito. So that should now... Right. Blocked now? Like blocked? I hope. Yep. So all of the rest of the copper will now go to plates. I bet I haven't got any plates on me. I do not. I've got 100 PCBs, and the next stack is in 6 minutes. Right. I'm full on power, or I can be full on power. The base is probably charged down there and filled up, so let's go sort out that lithium power. And after that is one of my first of the mass production goals, I guess, because the cargo lifts really require a lot of iron, like a lot. So iron gears are one of the first really major things. All my PTGs are inactive? Really? I guess once all the batteries are asleep, yeah, that's how it works. But again, that's an important message. That's just saying to me, I've overspent my power, which is, I have done, because I find it's better to generate more power than you need and to store it. So when you have an attack, your power usage spikes. It's very hard to have just-in-time power generation. You really need to preload it. Basically, I'm slightly more advanced than the UK National Grid because I can load. It's called time shifting the load. So I generate my power for the attacks in between the attacks, and then during the attack, I'm relying on the battery storage rather than the generation. Okay, that's through. Yeah, if I thought I would have had a spare ore extractor on me, because it will just reduce that block. And you can use that. It takes time, but it means you're not doing what I've had to do here, which is this sort of horribly manual setup. There we go, all gone. A slight angle. It's getting very cold out, so I'm guessing I'm getting a bit closer to the cold caverns. Also, given the colour of the rocks there, it begins to hint to blue. Not nearly there. Oh, well that's hacks, isn't it? Oh, stop showing the diamonds. Oh, is that a bug? See, I have asked people, are there any bugs in FortressCraft you want me to fix FortressCraft 2? No one said there's a way of making all the diamonds nearby show up on your holomap. Oh, no, I don't get bugs that inconvenience people. Sorry, that people can abuse. Oh, no. Just bugs where they can't do something they want to do. Oh, is that not going to reach? I might be lucky. This might reach just the right spot. Probably not. I mean, almost definitely not, because I seem to recall that there was a vein in the way. There it is. Oh, come on. Right, so I can come down this square. All good. The old saying goes, though, the biggest word in the English language is if. I think that was the saying. It might be something else, but basically, the important part here is not if I can line it up, it's actually achieving it. Where did I come down from? Is it there? Ow. Right, where do I actually want to come through then? I want to come down through this. I want to come down through this hole. That one there. So I need to move. I'm going to do this. If I put a battery there, go up as far as I can. I should have shot past the tunnel. Now I go back up where the laser is, because the laser's running a nice marker. And then pop a battery down, because I'm about to die of cold. Please, thank you. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, though. Just, I say for the lulz. Oh, I let it downstairs. Ah, there it is. I nearly always carry one of these around with me. So what I can do is when I just want to... I'm just going to have a drink. I'm just going to let this machine do a bit of clearing for me, because I really don't want to clear this area. Clearing out work floors really, really makes life so easy for you. And again, this is a machine that does work. You're not supposed to stop and watch the machine and going, oh, it's quite slow. You're supposed to go do something else. Now, where's this battery? I think it was this battery on this side. So I think the laser went down there. I think it was across one. May have been two. I'm looking for a hole. I may not have gone up far enough to find the hole. But yeah, honestly, pop these workflow excavators down anywhere. Just put them down anywhere. The lower ones don't cut ore. They're is that the hole? No, they're just ever so useful for locating resources and for just making your working environment just that much nicer. It's not Minecraft. Mobs don't spawn in the dark. It's okay to have dark areas. Right, so here's the battery that we want to line up with. Hopefully, because I got that workflow excavator, it will have dug out up even further. hoping... Ah, there it is, that's what I wanted. Ooh. There you go. That's the hole we want to go down. Now getting power to that is going to prove to be... I can do it like that. Please, nobody look at the screen right now. That will work. I'm not happy about it, but that will now provide power to the lithium. And we're just going to leave it for a little while and let it do its thing. But yeah, workful excavators, I tend to just pop them down. I just pop them down. Just leave it, pop it next to a battery, leave it go. It will clear out an area and you'll invariably find something. Now that's a camo bot. Don't have a laser on me though. I have been very lucky, haven't I, with... I don't have enough. See, the mission report's preparing, but it won't show because I'm too low on power. Go on, Arthur, and you keep. Ah, we are being attacked. None infested. Good, good. Right. How are we going on with the lab? So I need 3 more basic experimental pods. Cool. I need a whole bunch more garbage. I see. I don't have any lasers over this side. Anyway, 1, 2, 3. That's the 27 we need. So that's probably a good example of just-in-time power generation. So that generates the power as it's needed, but we're relying on the speed of the PTG, which is not much good. Now, if there's a battery here, that means I can pre-charge the battery. Batteries do store an awful lot of energy. But because we won the attack from that direction, now they decided to probe a different direction and see if it's weaker. If you didn't know that, well, you've learned something. I suspect a lot of people don't know that one. Where is my research laboratory? I've got 27 of them. Whey! It's so rubbish that these are the same graphic, just a smaller one. Yeah, so that's my player hint of, by the way, you're about to start. So the laboratory is designed to use up, I'll say, unlimited power. It's not quite unlimited, but it uses up an awful lot of power. But the more power you feed it, the quicker it goes. So early game, you research slowly. Late game, you can research quicker. That's purely based on how much power you feed it. I thought was quite neat. And what game was I playing the other day? I was at Engineer, and I'm like, I've got to the end game. I've done a million billion research. For heaven's sake, can I please craft stuff quicker now? Right, what have we got? Basic minor upgrades. That's easy enough. Basic upgrade. Basic logistics, slightly awkward. Room building. Well, we can do that one, but let's go for minor upgrades. That's minor upgrades, obviously, not minor upgrades.
Your base is under attack.
I also have all of this glorious organic stuff in my inventory. Have another storage hopper? Yeah. Upgrade that one to a proper sized one. I can actually pre-stuff a whole ton of work then. what's next. Oh, I'm actually, so my goal for this hour video was to get my research done. So our research is automated star for copper. We want to go, so I do need to tap off plate for we'll go up and over this time. We'll need plates and PCBs for that. I'll tell you what I'll do actually. Instead of going that way, let's go this way and around rather than running stuff right by the base. Which is always the default reaction, is just to do it the quickest and most direct route, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really cost you any more resources of any note. So I might as well just take an extra minute or so at this point, build a slightly longer route around, and that means that I won't be regretting it later on. Maybe this game just shows how bad human beings are at thinking ahead, and planning, and delayed gratification. Except apart from, was it Bono was good at that? I can't remember. Some famous person. Probably not him. You don't know what I'm talking about? Well, lucky you. And
Your base is under attack.
I'm out of paste again. You cannot have too much paste. I will, that is the hill I will die on. Paste hill. That, well, my conveyor's gone already. Good grief.
Crafting.
But I am going to do, because I'm tired of tabbing back and forwards. Let me put conveyors in that slot. There you go. That's most of what I need to do logisticsing. And then that will be a... Can I do logistics grommets? No, I'm pretty sure I can.
Crafting.
Because these can start to... See, that's where the walls will be for my base. I'm not rushing on the room. There's no direct advantage to room in this game. There is in FortressCraft Phoenix. So in Phoenix, rooms give advantages. Or, let's be very honest, not building rooms gets you punished. There's only so many carrots I can give people. Yeah, we were chatting about building of rooms in the Discord a couple of days ago, and someone say it takes too long. I'm like, it really doesn't. Like, I find getting the paste takes time. Everything else, it's just a question of control clicking a few times. What I've also done before is I've built the walls and then used the workfloor excavator to actually do the inside of the room. That works quite well. I don't want to do that on that one. I wanted... where did I put it? Maybe that one? I usually try and like to make my walls out. There's a very bright one. I can't remember what it's called. And I hadn't organised this. This is now vastly more organised for Phoenix. And I'm sure I will get plenty of, oh, it's just a cash grab, or, you know, it's better than anything. Just rearranging all of those blocks. There are thousands of blocks in this game. Just rearranging that took me weeks and weeks and weeks of you know, ongoing fixes. So I will continue to bang on about that. Sequels take a lot of time, even when they are, to a great degree, quote unquote, the same code base. Still just bonkers amounts of work. 5 minutes left. Right, I'm resisting the urge to pull the coal off there. I want to, but I'm not going to. What I'm instead going to do is here, and anyone who just got a Discord notification, sorry, apparently I didn't turn that off, even though I'm on Do Not Disturb. It needs to be slow for the moment. So the reason to keep your from a single coal line, from a single point of origin, is soon, I will be doing coal beneficiation. It's a real word. And that means I need a single central coal source. Otherwise, I can't upgrade. I'd have to upgrade multiple ones, and that you don't want to do that. What else did I need? PTG. I will want a coal enricher. Oh, that requires a macerator. Of course it does. Why does it require a macerator, Adam? What sort of bizarre coal enricher? Now, why is that not jumping? Oh, it did.
Crafting.
I remember how the keys work. It's been so long. Coal in, coal out. Is there any way I can... Yeah, hold on. So if I grab a battery... I grab some lithium coils. Now I'll grab a battery. Battery goes there, and the coal enricher goes... That should really say the ins and outs. Okay, that's fine. So we've now got a enriched coal. It's a shame that I didn't arrange it so the enriched coal then goes into that, but that's okay. The huge majority of your power usage is research. As I said, research is virtually unlimited power usage. I can't remember what the limit is. Is it 1,000 TPS? It's a big number. It's not a small number at all. What I might do is I will run these in the air. Oh no, I don't need to. I can burn the coal here, can't I? Forgot what I was making then. I don't have any storage hoppers on me. Do have the PTG though, so let's pop that. Pop the PTG there, and then we will hook it off with some logistics hoppers. I am about to run out of time. I said I'm doing these in hour segments, which is surprisingly difficult because it gives me a chance to go and have a break and a drink and everything. Awesome. Well, I'll leave that on AFK for those of you watching on Steam for a while. Thank you everyone on YouTube. I'll see you again next episode.